Good morning. This is Angel bringing you another video. It's already September 2nd, 2019. And as usual, it's the beginning of a new month. So I decided to make a garden video tour for the month of September. And this is how it looks like. The zinnias are still hanging around, as well as the tomatoes. And by the way, tomato plants have reached, some of them have reached up to 10 foot tall, and they just keep on growing. There's nothing I can do to stop them. And as you can see, tomatoes are are still producing lots of tomatoes, like this one right here. I believe this is the peach cherry tomatoes. This one, this variety of tomatoes, very prolific. Man, month of July, August, and for what I can tell, also September is gonna keep on producing peach tomatoes, as you can see. I've seen a lot of gardeners out there that already took their tomato plants down, and because they stopped producing. But that's not the case up here in Lancaster, California. Look at this. I still have some green tomatoes, and for what I can tell, they will make it all the way to October. Some of them, that is, not all of them, because some of the tomato vines are already chopped down. But some of the brandywines are still producing. Some of the Cherokee purples are also producing as well. And I hope you guys are doing okay out there. I know some of you guys are, the temperature is already cooling down, but it's not the case up here in Lancaster. Yesterday it went all the way up to 100 and I think it's 104 Fahrenheit. But I'm already starting to feel the change of the weather. I can already feel like fall is around the corner. As you can see, this is what I'm talking about. Check out this tomato vine. Some of them are pushing 10 to 12 foot tall, almost reaching the roof of the house. Oh, and talking about tall plants, I'm gonna show you something. This is something that I have never seen before. I already took down all the sunflower plants, but I left this one intentionally for the purpose of this video. I want to show you the stalk of this sunflower mammoth plant. This one here, it went past the roof. I think there's a sunflower. It's about, I don't know, maybe about 20, maybe, I don't know, 15 foot tall. I'm gonna save it for next year. I'm gonna see if I can plant a tomato vine at the base of this sunflower. So this is one side of my yard that I wanted to share with you guys. Month of September, as you can see, sunflower, the eggplants, they already stopped producing. Some of the peppers on this side, like the poblano pepper, they are still putting out poblano peppers. A lot of these have been gone to waste. I really don't like how they taste. I'm gonna grow them again next year, because I guess you can make chile rellenos with them. We don't know how to make them in this house, but we can try to learn how to do it. Check out these tomatoes, guys. This is the Black Russian, my favorite tomato in 2019. I really strongly suggest for you guys to grow this variety. Super, super delicious. I think that's the best tomato that I have had so far in my life. Literally, you guys need to grow this. It's called a Black Russian. Very delicious. It's weird. It's got the pattern of the colors. It looks like a galaxy. But oh my goodness, when you taste this tomato, you will see you will never regret growing the Black Russian. I have more growing. Look at that. September. These plants are over 5 months old. They are still producing tomatoes. Look at that. And I'm also going to show you something that I just found on this side of the yard. You're going to be amazed. And it's not that mango tree. You're going to see mango trees around my house all over the place. But it's just from the mangoes that I throw in my compost pile. And then they just seed just sprout. They come out, but they don't make it. Winter comes around and it completely destroys them. And the surprise is also not the chipiling, because chipiling, that's the stage that it's at right now. It didn't grow very big, so we're not going to be able to make tamales out of them. Not only that, but it's being attacked by bugs. But this is the surprise right here that I'm going to show you. Remember this rice bed where I'm growing for the first time the strawberries? Here they are. They're not very big because it's the first year for them. And for the most part, I didn't let them go to flower because I wanted for them to concentrate on putting out roots or runners, I mean. And it was a success because right now, as you can see, I started with 12 plants and they have multiplied, and now they have filled the whole raised bed, and that was the idea. But I enjoy this one right here. Very sweet. They're not very big, but it's okay. I'll take them because this is the first strawberry that's gonna be grown in my house. 8 years that I've been here. I'm quite excited. And look at this. They are putting out more flowers and more strawberries. So I'm quite excited about that, and I wanted to share it with you guys. All right, so this is all I have for this side of the yard. Let me take you around. Now, this side of the yard is a mess. Very hard to walk through this jungle. It's tomato jungle. Zinnias, you name it. Another plant that did extremely good this year is my Sun Gold cherry tomatoes. As you can see, this plant is not giving up. It's been very hard out here in the high desert. We've been having very high temperatures non-stop, week after week. But the Sun Golds, they don't mind the heat and they just keep producing. Unlike other tomato plants, when the flowers start to come up, the flowers just drop because of the heat. But not the case with the Sun Golds. The flowers, they stay on the plant. The flowers stay on the plant, and it just keeps producing more cherry tomatoes. I made a very hot salsa using Sun-Gold. Sun-Gold tomatoes are very sweet, but as part of an experiment, I made a 1 jar of very hot salsa using Sun-Golds, and guess what? I mixed 8 Carolina Reapers with them, and oh my goodness, it was it was so delicious. It was super hot. At the same time, you could taste the sweetness of the tomatoes, and oh my goodness, it was super delicious. I still have some, and I'm gonna make more salsa one of these days, because most of it I'm gonna give it away. I already have people asking me for some of the salsa that I made. Another tomato plant right here that is loaded down with tomatoes, with the peach tomatoes. Look at that thing loaded down. This tomato vine right here didn't produce any tomatoes this year. I don't know what happened to it. It's a massive plant, but with no tomatoes. As you can see, the brandywines are still green on these plants, which tells me that I'm gonna have tomatoes all the way to October. Look at this. These plants are loaded down with green tomatoes. Anytime you see green tomatoes, like towards the end of the season, is because you're gonna have tomatoes for a long time. Look at this good sized tomatoes right here. All right, let's see what else we have. As you can see, this part of the yard is a jungle. Believe it or not, this side of the yard, I don't water it very much. The reason why everything looks so green is because these plants right here have been in this house for a long time, and somehow they have adapted to the high desert climate, and they just don't require a lot of water, which I'm very happy about that. And these tomatoes, they don't get that much sunlight, so I have it under an irrigation system. Just once a day, I think I give them about 5 minutes of water, and that's just enough for them. Okay, we are approaching the other side of the yard. Oh, check that out. We have a visitor right here. Let's see if we can focus it. I don't know how beneficial these guys are for the plants. Right there, you see it? It's a grasshopper. Done. I don't know how beneficial they are, but they are. I see them all over the yard. So we are approaching. Oh, check this out. See what I'm talking about? Large tomatoes. Beginning of September. Last year, by this time, I think if I remember correctly, I had already taken down all my tomato plants, but it's not gonna be the case in 2019. The plants are sticking around, putting out more tomatoes. Okay, so here we are. This is the Pineda peach tree. As you can see, all the peaches are already starting to turn. I think all of them are already turning that bright yellow color. Let me see if we can do a taste of these guys. I've been eating quite a few of these guys. Let me taste. There's one way up there, but I can't reach it. It's nice and yellow. Just for the purpose of this video, we're gonna taste. Let me see. What do you think? This one? This is not as big as the others, but let me show you how they look like on the inside. Wow. Nice and juicy, very sweet. As you can see, the birds are already attacking this plant. So you're gonna see a lot of peaches just dropped on the ground. It's alright, I don't mind sharing. So this is what I got for peaches. This is the second year for this peach tree to produce fruit. And as I have mentioned in previous videos, it's gonna get better and better as the tree becomes more mature. I'm very happy. I've been having fruit almost every month, because June and July I got to enjoy my plums. This is the plum tree right here. As you can see, it's already been harvested. Month of August, I got to enjoy my nectarines, which I still have some left on the other side of the yard. And month of September, I'm gonna be eating peaches. Can't complain about that. All right, so on this side of the yard, I have started lots of this is the red Russian kale. I scattered lots of seed on the ground. This is a seed that I saved about 3 years ago, and I got almost 100% germination. I only need just a few plants, but just because I have so much seed, you know, I just threw it put them on the ground, no problem. That's what happens when you have abundance. To the right, I have the dinosaur kale. As you saw on my get ready for the fall garden video, you can check it on my previous videos. I also got 100% germination. This is the seed that I saved this year. I collected all the seed from all the this is the dinosaur kale, and again I got 100% germination. As you can see, they have been attacked by roly-polies or ants. I don't know what it is. Oh, there they are. See, that's the reason why I put some peaches here on the ground, kind of using them like a decoy, so they don't attack the plants, the dinosaur kale. As you can see, 100% germination. I'm not going to be using all those plants, so I'm going to be giving a lot of those away. If you live nearby, come and get some. This is the dinosaur kale, and I'm also going to have lots of red Russian kale. All right, more tomatoes on this side of the yard. Look at this. This is the Sun Gold tomatoes, and there's a Brandywine vine growing right next to it. Brandywine, and yes, I still have Japanese cucumbers still growing. I'm let them then grow, because they don't taste that good anymore as they were when the season started. So I'm just letting them grow, and so I can collect some seed from it. So I'm gonna have lots of Japanese cucumber seed. That way I can grow it in 2020. More tomato vines. Cherokee purple. Look at all this. Tomatoes are still growing. Okay, I'm gonna take you to the other side of the yard. This is where I have my Carolina Reapers, where I was trying to grow my chayote squash vine. And this side of the yard is also where I had my nectarine tree, which finally, yay, it's already been almost 100% harvested. That was quite an adventure. Lots of nectarines that I had to give away. Very hard to keep up with the production of this nectarine tree. As you can see, the ones that still remain, I left them for the birds. And as you can see, I'm gonna have to trim this tree down this year for 2019 because I don't want it to grow too tall. Okay, on this side of the yard, as I was showing on the previous video, I'm already starting my radishes, and as you can see, I already have some right here. I think it's the French breakfast radishes. I also interplanted 3 more varieties on this raised bed, and they all came up. I didn't get 100% germination on my these are sunflower seeds that were in this raised bed, so I have to thin them out. I have to they grow like weed. So anyways, so this is the beginning of my fall garden. As you can see, you have to be able to utilize your space as much as you can. Don't waste any time, because otherwise you're not gonna have any production. As you can see, a lot of the plants are ready to come down, and as usual, I practice the chop and drop method right here. So that's gonna become next year soil for this plant. I'm also got removed another plant that was here, and I already sowed the Swiss chard. That's the white Swiss chard. Also beets. I'm gonna moving all these plants individually to different areas, because doing the companion planting, it works, but if you want to grow healthy plants, you need to really separate them. I'm not gonna be making the same mistake this year. I'm just gonna plant them maybe about a foot apart, maybe it's like 6 inches apart. That way I can have some nice healthy plants. I'm already starting to grow. Oh, look at this volunteer tomato plant. Oh, you're too late. Peas, sugar snap peas. I have 1 plant there, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those I'm gonna leave them on this little bed. Everything else is gonna have to be moved to the other side. It was a really bad year for the Italian squash, also known as chayote squash. No flowers, nothing. On this side of the house, I already cleared this entire raised bed, where I'm gonna be transplanting the little seedlings that I just showed you. All the Swiss chard. I'm gonna be also planting some red Russian kale. I'm gonna make like 2 rows, 1 on each side, a foot apart, and I should be able to have some nice harvest, winter harvest. Let me see what else. I was not able to even walk on this side of the yard. because of so much jungle. But now I can walk and I can show you this side of the raised bed. Jalapenos turning red. Italian basil going to flower. It's so sad, but a lot of these plants are gonna have to be taken down maybe in the next couple of days. More zinnias on this side. This is my tropical side of the yard. That's where I have most of my tropical plants, under the 40% shade cloth. This is another peach tree that's growing from seed. Look at this. That's a year-old plant right there. It's already pushing 4 feet tall. Sugar cane. My next door neighbor is growing sugar cane, guys, in the high desert. Amazing, unbelievable. And got my tropical plant right here. I showed you in the previous video. This is the plumeria. It grows in tropical countries, Hawaii, El Salvador, Central America, all over the place. Not here in the desert, but it is growing in my yard. Okay, so this video is coming to an end. As you can see, I still have some peppers. Eggplants. I still have celery still growing. All these plants, they love this side of the yard. Look at this, mangoes. They come up from seed. I put them in a little pot and I'm gonna bring them inside. I'm gonna see if I can make them last all the way to next year. Passion fruit vine. It didn't produce anything. It grew really big. So I'm gonna be bringing it inside the house very soon. I started rainbow Swiss chard. It's this tire raised bed. More radishes on this side, beets on this side, more radishes, peppers. Look at this. Peppers are also doing really good. Morning glories, they made an appearance already towards the end of the season. I don't like morning glories anymore. That came up unintentionally, but they're gonna have to be removed. Carolina Reapers are still putting out peppers. This turned out to be the yellow variety. If you guys want Carolina Reapers, hit me up. I have plenty of these guys to go around. Okay, so and this pot I'm starting. Man, I forgot the name of this plant. Alright guys, before I close this video, I'm gonna show you one last thing that you will be amazed. And it's not this Carolina Reaper. It's actually an eggplant that I'm saving for seed. I'm just gonna show you the size of it. Check that out. That is a massive eggplant. Look at that. Look at my hand. Look how huge this thing is. I'm gonna be saving it for seed for next year. I don't eat eggplants, but I just love how they look. This thing almost looks like a watermelon. Super heavy. Alright guys, so this is all I have for you guys today. I really hope you like this video. If you like it, give me a thumbs up and comment if you must. I'm gonna try to make this channel grow, just for the purpose of I don't know, just to help the community, to encourage people to grow your own food. It's healthier, and it's just the best thing to do. Things are the situation in this country or all over the world is just gonna get worse. By the day, you see the news, and it's not gonna change for good. That is, but you can change the world by starting to grow or learn how to grow your own greens, because this might become the future for this society that we're living in. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. If you have any questions, any suggestions, please, I'll take them. Leave them in the comment section below. Until then, thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next video.